This is Con Carne, a Q101 podcast presented by Alex Ross Art. For those who are unfamiliar with Alex Ross, he is one of the best comic and graphic novel artists ever. Not hyperbole, legit. He has transformed the industry. Every time he creates something, he transforms the industry all over again. Visit his website, alexrossart.com. Check out all of his stuff, get some original artwork while you're there, and keep up to date with Alex Ross by visiting his YouTube page at the Alex Ross Art. If you are watching this on video, here's a little teaser and a moose-boosh of what Alex Ross is all about.
It's Con Carne. Let's eat in the car. It's Con Carne. And now here's the star of our show, James Van Alstyne.
I'm recording this at the very end of April. As I'm recording this, I'm in Highland Park outside Loud Pizza Records. It is 75 degrees outside. I'm wearing a hoodie. That's a mistake. It's really warm out. The weather has changed for the better. Let's get out. Let's do something. The Fight for Air Climb is happening on Sunday, May 19th. It's happening at Soldier Field. We're going to be out there in Soldier Field taking on the stairs at Soldier Field to help raise money, to help raise awareness to fight lung disease. I'm teaming up with the American Lung Association to get this done, and I'm assembling a team. I want you to be part of it. Go to fightforairclimb.org/Chicago, and once you are on the site, search register as a team, and then look for Con Carne and get yourself signed up. If you don't want to join my team, just participate. Go to fightforairclimb.org/Chicago and get yourself signed up. I will see you May 19th. Soldier Field, we're going to get out there. I will see you on the stairs. Let's talk about safety. Let's talk about security. These are things that you and I want, need, and expect. What if you could always come home to a house that was well lighted and know that everyone inside, including you, were safe and secure? Or what if you knew that that really important package that you ordered online, maybe it was a box of records from Loud Pizza Records in Highland Park. What a wonderful record store. What if it was that? Or a box of electronics? What if you knew that it could be delivered safely and securely? This is the future of smart living. This is what it's all about. Turn your home into a smart home and do it with the help of my friends at Easy Automation, easy-automation.net. It's really easy to just transform the way you live, the way your home behaves, the way you behave in your home. Talk to my guy, Dan. Give him a call direct. This is his direct line, 630-730-3728, 630-730-3728. He'll give you a hassle-free quote, no pressure, no strings, or you can get the same thing done by visiting easy-automation.net. So this is Con Carne. I'm James Van Alstyne. Con Carne named Best Music Podcast in Chicago by the Chicago Reader for the second year in a row. And I say that not as a humble brag. I say that because my guests in the car, Adam and the Metalhawks, they're not from Chicago, and I don't want them to think that this is some kind of weird, sketchy thing they agreed to. I want them to know that there's some legitimacy to the proceedings here.
This guy just came up to us and said, "Get in my car."
I have candy?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Come on in. Nice.
Once he mentioned candy, we couldn't pass it up.
Well, you're a touring band. I mean, really, the lure of free food is awfully strong.
We'll take it.
So by the time people see and hear this, they'll have missed you at Cobra Lounge. But you're in town, you're touring. We're outside Loud Pizza Records in Highland Park, where you're about to do an in-store. One thing that I absolutely adore about all of you, there's a joyfulness in what you do. Now, I'm Generation X. Like, I came up in a world where it wasn't cool to smile while you're performing. but there's a certain joy in watching you online. Music is fun for you.
Yeah, I mean, we're just a bunch of guys that are having fun with music and, trying to bring back that classic rock feeling that we all fell in love with, when we were younger, and our parents showed us the ways of classic rock, and some of us from the cradle, so it just comes down to the energy that the music has, really. We're not suppressing any of that feeling. We're always trying to encourage it and bring it out in the audience, really just break down the fourth wall, and let everybody kind of in on the performance and on the party.
Well, and that was what I was going to ask you, is how, I grew up weaned on classic rock. Classic rock radio was huge in Chicago. We all grew up on Zeppelin, the Stones, the Doors, etc. But you really had it instilled by family.
Yeah, it's a slightly different story for each of us, but I would say that all of our parents kind of influenced our music love. And I know me and Johnny loved like Guitar Hero and Rock Band growing up, so I'm sure that helped as well. But yeah, just fell in love with the genre as a whole.
Was it the same for you guys? Is that how you came to it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think Guitar Hero was a big influence on my musical vocabulary as well. But both my parents are piano players, so from the get-go I was already kind of weaned into a life of music, and I developed a very good ear from them playing pretty much every day. And that the rest is history with that. I picked up piano. I use it for songwriting, but I'm mainly a drummer, and that's just what I fell in love with.
And as for my parents, they literally met in a recording studio. My dad was a singer trying to make it in the business back then, and my mom worked in the studio, and that's how they met. And when my mom was pregnant with me, she would literally play Zeppelin up to her belly just to kind of... So I've been indoctrinated from the beginning pretty much, but I love it, so I can't complain.
Yep.
Love you, Mom.
You were born to play Achilles' Last Stand.
Yes, exactly.
Or whatever, insert deep cut here. Something off Coda, perhaps. So I mentioned seeing you on video, the cheerfulness, the joyfulness that you imbue in what you do. A lot of people will tell you, as a musician, as an artist, you got to be on social, you got to do this. There are some artists who just don't take to it. Like a fish to water, this is how people discover your band. TikTok. You have mastered short form video work. You have to like it to be successful at it. Is that fair to say?
Yeah. We also kind of experienced that wave of, especially TikTok when it first came out. There was a bit of reluctance and it's the new thing. Who knows if it's going to last? And very quickly it kind of showed itself as one of the forerunners of music promotion. So we jumped right in, and we knew from the get-go that you can't just jump on there and say, hey guys, we just put out a song, so go stream it, please. You have to kind of get in and speak the language of social media itself, which tends to be on the humorous side. It tends to be, like you said, very short form videos. And the humor comes to us pretty naturally. I think everybody in the band has a pretty big personality, which lends itself well to social media. So it kind of just, all kind of worked in our favor, and we just stuck to it and found a little success here, a viral video there. And of course, the one that everybody may have seen already is the Jack Black duet that we're very proud of. Jack Black's always been a big idol of mine, and as soon as we jumped on social media, every comment was, this guy reminds me of Jack Black. Oh my god, sounds like Jack Black. He looks like Jack Black. And so
you're cool with it?
Yeah, I'll take it. That's a compliment to me. I love his energy and his kind of freedom on stage or wherever he's performing. Even in some of these voiceovers that he's doing for movies, you just know right away that's Jack Black, and he really brings his energy to every project he's working on. So to be compared to him is an honor. I would strive to be that.
And the duet in question is Kickapoo. A long-ass fucking time ago in a town called Kickapoo, there lived a humble family, religious through and through. But there was a black sheep, and he knew just what to do. If you're going to collaborate on on anything, that's the one.
Yep.
The Pick of Destiny, by the way, we're outside Loud Pizza Records. Available. It's on the shelves there. Do you guys, since you guys are weaned on this sort of music, are you record collectors?
Somewhat.
Johnny's getting into it more and more.
I like the records. Oops, sorry, Griffin. Let me just move over here. I'm just gonna move everything. I just like the records that are more personal, like the ones that I've signed. So I don't really go around collecting them, but eventually I'll just have one. And I'm like, oh, there's a band that I like. Let me try to get it signed, buy it purchased when it's signed, and then I collect them that way. So not much of a record collector, but if it's signed, then I'll take it.
Fair. So you've covered, I think, every song written between 1972 and 1999. There is
At least the top 10 of each year has been covered.
There is no ground left for you to cover. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess time to bust into Taylor Swift's new album. I mean, there's nothing left for you to do.
I don't know. This new album, sorry, Taylor, it's not hitting for me. I don't know.
It's not.
It's not.
Too many songs? That's the common complaint.
Well, too many songs is one thing. I mean, if they were all really good, no one would complain that there's too many songs. I think it just seems kind of like a backlog that she's had for a while and just kind of shoved it all into the album. But I don't know. Even Post Malone's song on there, like, Posty, what are you doing, man?
Posty.
It's not looking great. I like the no tattoos look for the video, was kind of cool, but the song itself ain't hitting.
So your voice, Adam, on American Idol, I forgot which judge said it, the most dangerous part about you is your voice. It's a lethal weapon. When did you find your voice?
I mean, it's hard to say. I remember one of my earliest memories of singing. I came running to my mom and I told her that I had invented a new thing. I could talk and make music at the same time. And she was like, that's called singing. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to do that. I just always loved singing along. I was a theater kid, if you can imagine. It seems a little
plot twist,
far-fetched.
shocker.
Yeah, but definitely, I always loved performing and just making people laugh and smile. So I think it just kind of fell naturally for me.
Hurry Up and Wait came out last year. I think the biggest challenge with your band is getting people to flip over from understanding you as doing these fun covers to being an original artist.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've encountered that already.
Yeah, it's definitely hard. It's kind of a blessing in disguise, like the viral videos that we have had. But a lot of people only know us for that social media side, and we're trying every day to just kind of bridge that gap. But I mean, at the end of the day, we're also just very grateful for all of our followers and subscribers and just fans in general. But it's really nice to see, we just came off of our UK tour with Punk Rock Factory, and now they're coming over to us in the US. And just having that, 10 to 15 people say over at the merch booth after the show, I've been following you guys for years. Like, I followed you during the pandemic and you really helped me a lot. And, so just being able to meet all of these fans in person is really amazing. Definitely makes the shows worthwhile. And we're just going to continue pushing out our new music, and hopefully that we get that one song that resonates with everybody, and maybe, Taylor Swift be opening for us. Who knows?
There it is.
I think that's what it comes down to, is that one song to, just finally break that barrier. And I feel like they had to have, resonated with that style of music enough to want to follow us and remain on that journey with us.
100%.
So there has to be a way. There is a way. We're just still in that journey to get there, to turn them all. One at a time they flip. But it's a slow process, but we're getting there for sure.
Well, maybe that song is backwards. You mentioned the pandemic. New Dream, No Quarantine. I mean, this is a song born of the past few years. The video, the beach party video, that feels like a throwback to an era we can't get back to in real life.
Yeah. That was a really fun video and song to work on. Just, it was, like you said, kind of a child of the pandemic times, of just kind of wanting to break out of this, kind of a bad time for everybody in the entire world. So, and it's also kind of about our rise to fame through social media and showing you only see the end result, that you see that viral video, but you don't see the 3 months of not viral videos, So, and it's also just kind of an encouraging message to other artists and people that are trying to make it out there. Like, don't give up just because this last video didn't go viral, or this last song didn't perform the way you wanted it to, because there's always that journey before you get to that big break, and you don't know when that's coming, so you can't give up.
Right.
Agreed.
And for guys who don't necessarily collect records, 10 songs, perfect 5 songs per side. I mean, it breaks down to a perfect LP, really.
Yeah.
B-side blues with the harmonica and blues guitar. This sounds like something off like a David Lee Roth Van Halen album, like a deep cut up, one of those first 5 records.
That's kind of where we drew some inspiration for that. Not gonna lie, we're pretty big Van Halen fans, and like I had that riff originally just as an intro to Fine Line, which it kind of is, but it's yeah.
I love it. And Party Time didn't start the fire, but I'll feed the flame. You somehow get Jameson to rhyme with flame, which I mean, that's some vocal trickery going on there.
Yeah.
That's some witchcraft or voodoo that you pull off.
Well,
on that song.
see, that's what AI can't do.
Yeah.
And now I heard Eminem's coming out with a new album too. So if he wants to use that rhyme, you let me know. All right.
Have his people talk to your people.
Yeah.
And really, what better way to wrap up an album than I'm done?
Yeah,
That's it.
and we tend to wrap up a lot of our shows with that song as well. It's just a really good kind of bookend right at the end. It's got the energy. It's got it's kind of like a throwback Elvis-y type of vibe to it, which I like, and just kind of have fun with it, and everybody gets to shine in the song.
Well, thinking about you on stage and thinking about what you're saying about the merch table, like converting one person at a time, this is your grassroots effort. I do feel, thanks to social, I mean, there's certainly a connectedness you have with your audience. I mean, I guess talk a little bit about that relationship between you and fans.
Yeah, I mean, we're especially in the beginning when we were putting out our first videos on TikTok and everything, just being able to reply to every comment, every direct message, and just being, you're almost having this little mini conversation with each fan, if they have a question or something, or they just want to show their support. It's been really great, just from people all over the world, like, hey, from Brazil, hey, from England, and even though we're not all in the same room, it just feels like, they're all part of one audience that, we get to perform for. It's been really great.
You're all music fans. You just happen to make music.
Yeah,
That's right.
All right. Well, I'm going to let you. We're outside Loud Pizza Records in Highland Park. I'm going to let you get inside because I know you're going to do an in-store. You're ready to perform. And since this is going to happen after this episode's going to debut after your performance, what are you going to play?
What are we going to play? We're going to play some Queen. We're going to play maybe Wanted Dead or Alive is always a nice acoustic one.
Which syncs up with the new Bon Jovi biopic or biography that's on.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, of course, throw some originals in there. We're going to do Fine Line. That usually is really nice acoustic. And we're going to do I'm Done. We got it,
You got it. All right, guys, I'm so glad you're here in Illinois. Keep coming back, please. And it was a pleasure meeting you and having you on.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.